Using tables to line text up. Tables are a great way to line up your text either in a participant guide or in a job aid. Your syllabus was created using tables to line up the text for the schedule. This entire section is set up as a table, but many of the borders are hidden so that it looks like it's laid out. In order to see those hidden borders, we'll click anywhere in the table area. When we do so, the Table Tools ribbons pop up. On the Layout tab of the Table Tools ribbon is a button, View Grid Lines. When we click View Grid Lines, we can see the hidden lines of the table. These don't print, and we can show or hide them for an on-screen view. That helps to line things up nicely. Another example of using a table is in a job aid. In this case, the table makes it very easy to line up the steps with the accompanying screenshot on the right side of the screen. We also used a table at the top as a form so that the user could click in various areas and type in the pertinent information. The table once again helps to line things up, and again, we have not used all of the borders, but we can see where those grid lines are by clicking the View Grid Lines button, which opens those up. Let's see how easy it is to make this from scratch. Let's open up a new document. And to get started, we'll go to the Insert button, and we've got Insert Table. We'll start with looking at the standard grid and look at the Draw Table option with the more advanced features in just a moment. In the standard grid, you just pick as many columns or rows as you'd like to have. Then you can resize these. If you want all of these to be equal size, highlight the rows and on the Layout tab, click Distribute Rows. These make these all the same size. To resize some of these, just click and drag, and perhaps I want just these two columns to be the same. I highlight just those two columns and click Distribute Columns. I also can set these up to be precise heights and or widths by selecting the cells and using the button in the toolbar. So I'll make this exactly 1 inch. Tightens it up just a little bit. And perhaps make the width exactly 3 inches. Now, you saw on the example previously different sizes of boxes. So a big box here and smaller ones over there. It's very easy to select a few, and we'll simply select 2 cells and click the Merge Cells button, and that makes a larger cell. We can select 2 cells, click Merge Cell button, select 2 or more cells, and click the Merge Cell button, making it very easy to make these of different sizes, whatever size we'd like to have. We also can affect the way that the text lays out within the cell. If you select the cell or cells you'd like to change, up on the Layout tab of the Table Tools are some buttons in the Alignment section. Clicking these buttons allows you to determine where in the cell the text will sit. And you can have these different for different cells depending on how you'd like them to be. You also can create a table by using the Draw Table tool. This is a little bit more advanced but gives you more options. I'll click where I'd like my table to start and go again to the Insert button, click the drop down for Table and choose Draw Table. My pointer turns into a pencil. Using the pencil, I will first draw the outline of the entire box. Then I simply draw the other lines wherever I'd like them to be. If I make a mistake and draw a line I don't want to have, I click on Eraser. My pointer turns into Eraser. I simply click on any lines that I'd like to remove. I can do this either with a table that I've drawn or with one that I've started with by creating a grid. I simply click and erase. Finally, we may want some borders to appear or not appear. we can select either an entire table, and on the Design tab is a button that says Borders. Clicking on the drop-down arrow, we can choose to remove some borders or all borders. These borders will not print now, but they still stay there so that we can line up our text the way we want. And again, to see them, we know that View Grid Lines is on. If we turn that off, we won't see it on screen. Whether the View Grid Lines is on or not, these still will not print. We also can select a certain cell and go to the Design tab, click on the borders, and go all the way to Borders and Shading. From here, we can choose different colors for our borders, different designs, different widths, and using the example here, decide exactly where we want to display those or not. And again, they show up just where we wanted them to.